What is going on, guys? This is the Club of Demand 1993. This is episode number 235 of WWE Turn Alert. And for the first time, probably since last August or September, I'm going to NXT. Well, not just NXT, but I'm going back to NXT UK to talk about a Turn Alert. Like, I gave up on NXT last year. And then I was going to try to keep watching NXT UK, but I'm just like, I don't know. I just didn't feel it anymore. I didn't feel it. It was always a solid show, not a groundbreaking show, but a solid show for something different. And then, of course, I gave up on it because I just wanted to start cutting back on, wrestling and such. But the news I heard today, when I saw on Twitter, actually, let me tell you a little story. So, again, I follow Anthony Mango's Smarkout moment, blog for face and heel turns. As you see, of course, what I have in my description box for my turn alerts. And I saw, back on the April 21st tapings, it just said blank, turn heel at the NXT UK tapings. And I'm thinking, uh-oh, that's probably a big one. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have had something there if it wasn't as big of a deal as it was. So I just waited and waited and waited and waited. I was tempted to read the spoilers, but I'm like, let's see what it is. I have not watched a single episode of NXT UK since I did the last set of UK reviews that I did. And then I find out today it is a turn that I've wanted to actually see for quite a while. Because of the feud I know it would put on, and of course, it happened. On this week's episode of NXT UK, so, from what I can see here, I knew that Mustache Mountain, Trent Seven, and Tyler Bate had been holding the NXT UK tag titles for a while. Now, thinking back and, of course, watching over the little, hype video for this segment that I saw on YouTube today, I could see where the story lies here. So Trent Seven is one of the three founding fathers of NXT UK, as they call him. But, of course, he's probably been the biggest underdog of the three of them. He's had opportunities for the NXT UK title, came up short. The NXT UK Heritage Cup came up short. They even had that really great story for him during the pandemic where he was losing weight to be able to fight for the Cruiserweight Championship. And I am very surprised they didn't put the Cruiserweight title on him. Because that was right before they had Jordan Devlin go over to the United States to wrestle Santos Escobar in the first ever 2-night Stand and Deliver show they had for NXT. And there was a ladder match. And I honestly thought, okay, that was heel on heel. They could have made it a babyface on heel by having Trent Seven win the title from Jordan Devlin. And then have him be the babyface to fight Santos Escobar in the United States. Which I think would have been a nice story there to kind of give him a little bit of a rub. He came up short there also. And from what I remember in the past, when Mustache Mountain was NXT Tag Team Champions, I remember, I think it was in the summer of 2018 it was, they had the match where they had dropped the titles back to the Undisputed Era, and Trent Seven, this is the reason why I think Trent Seven is one of the most underrated talents and overlooked talents for sure. He is a master at storytelling. He's a master at selling, storytelling. He had kayfabe hurt his knee. And the way he has sold his knee in that match, I think it was actually my tag team match of the year in 2018, was incredible. And of course, Tyler Bate, resisting throwing in the towel, but then throwing in the towel. There's been several times where, Tyler Bate, and then, well, get a little ahead of myself. And then when I see the promo, and they were champions until about 2 weeks ago, where they dropped the tag titles to Ashton Smith and Oliver Carter, which cool with me to see that because I was definitely a fan of Ashton Smith when I watched NXT UK. Oliver Carter was not as big, but I definitely was intrigued by Ashton Smith for sure. But it looked like in the build showing that Trent Seven was doing anything he could to not lose those titles. And to me, it was kind of like the thing where it's like, okay, based off the story Trent Seven is told, he's on top, but basically it's like he's terrified of losing the titles, because if he loses them again, he'll have nothing. And how many times have he had it been saved from Tyler Bate? Such as, again, back in that match in July of 2018, wherever, he refused to, give up on that injured knee, so Tyler Bate threw in the towel for him. That was the time I thought they were going to have the turn happen. And several other times, of course, happened as well. But I could see that build, and of course, it looked like... So what happened was, Trent Seven was saying he was done. But it wasn't a full-on heel turn until this week. Because he came out and basically pulled a Mark Henry. He announced he was retiring, and he thanked the fans, he thanked Tyler Bate for all the support, and said he couldn't have done this without him. They embraced emotionally, and then BAM! He gave Tyler Bate a low blow, laid him on his back, picked back up the microphone in a very evil-sounding voice. He goes, "I never needed you." BAM! Slapped him right across the face, and picked him up and hit him with his, similar. It looks similar to like an AA or whatever. I don't know what he calls the move, but yeah, Trent Seven turned heel, and then I guess Nina Samuels was waiting for him for a exclusive interview. He just walked through the door, grabbed the mic, threw it off to the side, it broke, and just kept on walking. So we're going to be getting Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. Stuff like this. And like I said, I could see the story right here. Because, Trent Seven, underdog, always, was just about to get his moment, came up short. And in the time he did have his moment, he was scared to lose that moment, to lose the championships, to lose, that spot he was in. And of course, who seemed to always have an impact on that decision to kind of get him out of it when it was hard for him to handle? Tyler Bate. I'm pretty sure if WWE, whoever is still writing NXT UK is smart enough, they will realize that story that Trent Seven thinks that Tyler Bate held him back, and he has the stories, the evidence to show from his past what's happened. This is like a 3-4 year project, basically, Mustache Mountain. Or, of course, British Strong Style or whatnot. This is going to be I don't think it will be as good, but this will compete with a Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa type feud between student and teacher, basically. I think the only time I've seen these guys actually wrestle each other was when Tyler Bate first won the UK title. I think it was his first title defense he had on NXT. He actually defended against Trent Seven, I believe. But this was definitely an excellent long-term story that's led to this turn right here. This has my attention. I don't think I'm going to be watching NXT UK and reviewing it weekly, but I'm definitely going to be paying attention to see where this feud goes. And quite frankly, I know it's a few months away still, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did at least one match beforehand. I seriously think they should do this match. Save it, or at least do the second match, if they don't save it, between Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. If there's one place I think they should do it, it's in September, whichever date in September it is, at that Clash at the Castle. We're going to be seeing probably Drew McIntyre fight Roman Reigns and win a championship there. I really think this feud, Trent Seven versus Tyler Bate, whatever match they want to have, is worthwhile holding out until Clash at the Castle. That's when they should do the match. It's well worth, like I said, this is literally on a level of Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. It may not top it off, but it is going to be excellent. Trent Seven and Tyler Bate are definitely two of the best in the UK for sure. And again, with a master of storytelling like Trent Seven for sure, this really has my attention. And of course, I had to talk about it. I had to talk about it. You know, whenever WWE does something that, like, you know, I pushed it aside, but then I see something that's good, that gets my attention, I gladly will talk about it, and that's what I did right here with this Trent Seven heel turn. I am very, very appealed to seeing where they go with this. So yes, that's my thoughts. Again, needs to lead to a match between the two of them, whether it's the first or the second match between these two. It must take place at Clash at the Castle, in my opinion. So guys, that's my thoughts on Trent Seven's heel turn and ending Mustache Mountain. What are your thoughts on this Trent Seven heel turn? Do you think the story, you know, lies with itself, with Tyler Bate basically, you know, helping Trent Seven out of like some tough jams, or trying to make sure Trent Seven does it the right way and not just goes overboard or whatnot, or was his emotions get to him like he did in the match, the Undisputed Era, when they dropped the tag titles? Make sure to leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Slap a like on the video. Subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter as well, at DemandAirboy93. And as always, guys, please stay tuned for more WWE Turn Alert.